Making money while you sleep might sound like a catchy motivational slogan, but there's actually some serious math behind it. The idea highlights a key problem with relying solely on selling your time for income. If you only earn money when you're actively working, your earning potential is limited by the hours in a day. This concept serves as a reminder that building income streams that work for you, even when you're not, can be crucial. It's not just about inspiration. It's about understanding the limits of trading time for money and exploring smarter ways to grow your finances. The concept of the employee trap refers to the common practice where people exchange their valuable time for a regular paycheck, often thinking this is just the way things are supposed to be. Most folks see a stable job as security, but in reality, it can limit personal growth and financial freedom. Meanwhile, the ultra-wealthy tend to view this approach as a losing strategy, preferring to invest their time and resources in opportunities that generate income without constant personal effort. This difference in mindset is a key factor in how wealth is built and maintained. Understanding this perspective can help us rethink the traditional path of employment and consider alternative ways to achieve financial independence. Imagine time as a store with just 24 items on its shelves each day. No matter how much demand there is, you can only sell those 24 items, representing the hours in a day. For employees paid by the hour, this means their earning potential is capped by the number of hours they can work. Even with extra effort or skill, the inventory doesn't increase, so income remains limited. This analogy highlights how time, unlike other resources, is strictly finite and shapes the boundaries of daily productivity and earnings. When we think about high-paying jobs, professions like doctors and lawyers often come to mind. These careers typically offer impressive hourly rates, reflecting years of education and specialized expertise. However, despite their earnings, there's a limit. Their income depends on the number of hours they can actually work. No matter how high the hourly rate, time remains a finite resource, meaning their overall income is ultimately capped by the hours in a day. So, even in these prestigious fields, earning potential is closely tied to the constraints of time. The way our economic system is structured often encourages people to rely on selling their time in exchange for income. This means that most jobs require individuals to trade hours for wages, making financial stability closely tied to consistent employment. However, this approach can be risky, especially when unexpected events like layoffs or health issues disrupt the ability to work. In such situations, dependence on hourly wages can leave people vulnerable, highlighting the importance of exploring alternative ways to build security. Understanding these risks helps us see why some advocate for more flexible or diversified income sources. The employee mindset has deep roots in history, often traced back to the industrial era. During this period, the education system was designed to produce workers who could follow instructions and fit neatly into factory routines. The focus was on compliance, discipline, and repetition, rather than encouraging creativity or ownership. This approach helped industries run smoothly, but it also shaped generations to value conformity over initiative. Even today, echoes of this system can be seen in how many people approach their careers and responsibilities. In many schools, the focus tends to be on teaching students to follow instructions, complete assignments, and avoid mistakes. This approach often emphasizes obedience and a fear of failure, as students learn to please authority figures rather than explore their own ideas. Instead of nurturing entrepreneurial thinking or a sense of ownership, the system rewards those who conform and finish tasks exactly as directed. As a result, creativity and initiative can take a back seat, making it harder for students to develop the skills needed for independence and innovation later in life. The salary is often seen as a safety net, providing a sense of stability and reassurance. However, this regular paycheck can also act like a leash, subtly keeping people from pursuing bigger dreams or taking risks. While the security feels comforting, it may discourage ambition and limit freedom, making it harder to step outside the familiar routine. Many find themselves prioritizing job security over personal growth, sometimes without even realizing it. This dynamic raises interesting questions about how financial comfort can shape our choices and aspirations. Let's take a look at the difference between a domesticated employee and a wild, hungry entrepreneur. The employee often enjoys the comfort of routine and predictability, knowing exactly what to expect each day. In contrast, The entrepreneur thrives in uncertainty, always searching for new opportunities and challenges. While comfort can feel reassuring, it sometimes dulls ambition and creativity, making it easy to settle for less. The entrepreneur's hunger keeps them alert and adaptable, reminding us that stepping outside our comfort zone can be risky, but it's often where real growth happens. When economic recessions or technological changes hit, employees who rely solely on their resume can find themselves in a tough spot. Companies may downsize, automate tasks, or shift their focus, leaving many workers vulnerable to layoffs. Those who haven't diversified their skills or built additional sources of income often struggle the most during these transitions. The employee trap becomes clear. Depending only on a job and a resume can make it harder to adapt when the market changes. In these moments, the importance of flexibility and ongoing learning really stands out. Many people spend years following the routines and expectations of traditional employment, often without questioning whether this path truly suits their goals. Breaking free from the employee mindset means rethinking how we approach work, money, and personal growth. This process, sometimes called deprogramming, involves letting go of limiting beliefs about job security and exploring new ways to build financial independence. It's not always easy, but it opens the door to opportunities that can lead to greater freedom and satisfaction. By embracing this shift, individuals can start to design a life that aligns more closely with their aspirations. When we look at serfdom, it's easy to imagine that unfairness comes from corrupt individuals or bad intentions. But actually, the system itself is set up in a way that guarantees inequality. And it's all thanks to mathematics. The rules governing land ownership, labor, and obligations are carefully calculated to keep serfs in a position where they can never get ahead. It's not about someone breaking the rules. It's about the rules themselves being designed to benefit one group over another. This mathematical structure ensures that, no matter how hard serfs work, the odds are always stacked against them. Let's take a closer look at how tax codes often favor investors and business owners, while workers who earn salaries face higher tax rates. In many countries, income from investments like stocks or real estate is taxed at a lower rate compared to wages earned from a regular job. This means that people who rely on their salaries can end up paying a larger percentage of their income in taxes. It's a system that encourages wealth building through ownership and investing, but can feel unfair to those who work hard for their paycheck. Understanding this difference helps explain why some people advocate for changes to make tax policies more balanced. Inflation doesn't hit everyone in the same way, and there's often a delay before workers feel its full impact. As prices rise, the cost of everyday goods and services increases, but wages tend to lag behind. This means that for a while, workers can buy less with their paychecks, even though they're earning the same amount. Meanwhile, people who own assets like stocks or real estate often see their wealth grow faster, since these assets usually increase in value during inflation. So, while asset owners benefit early, workers have to wait for their wages to catch up, making the inflation lag a real challenge for many households. Let's take a closer look at the difference between linear and exponential income. When you trade your time for money, like in most traditional jobs, your earnings are limited by the number of hours you can work. This is linear income. It grows at a steady, predictable rate. On the other hand, exponential income comes from owning scalable systems, such as a business or digital product, where your earnings can multiply without being tied to your personal effort. Understanding this distinction reveals why building scalable assets can unlock much greater financial potential than simply working more hours. Many people find themselves stuck in the employee mindset, even when they know that the numbers might not be in their favor. This is often due to psychological factors like fear of uncertainty, comfort in routine, and the desire for stability. The idea of stepping outside a familiar structure can feel overwhelming, leading to hesitation and self-doubt. Social expectations and the need for approval also play a role, making it difficult to break away from traditional career paths. Ultimately, these mental barriers can keep individuals from exploring alternatives, even when logic suggests otherwise. Many people find comfort in the routine of receiving a regular paycheck. This steady stream of income can feel reassuring, but it often leads to a subtle dependency. Over time, the predictability of salary payments may dampen our drive to pursue new opportunities or take risks. Ambition can become overshadowed by the desire for financial security, making it harder to break free from familiar routines. It's important to recognize this pattern and consider how it might be influencing our choices and aspirations. In today's fast-paced world, many people wear their busy schedules like a badge of honor. It's easy to assume that constantly rushing from task to task means you're being productive. However, true value often comes from taking the time to focus and think deeply, rather than simply staying busy. When we prioritize meaningful work over endless activity, we can achieve better results and avoid burnout. So, it's worth remembering that quality matters more than quantity when it comes to productivity. In many workplaces, titles and status are often dangled as rewards to keep employees engaged and loyal. It's easy to feel validated when your role sounds impressive or you're recognized publicly, but these perks can sometimes become traps. Instead of offering real growth or meaningful benefits, they may tie you to expectations and responsibilities that aren't always in your best interest. Over time, chasing status can distract from genuine fulfillment and professional development. It's important to recognize how social validation can influence decisions and to weigh the true value of these rewards before committing to them. Many people find themselves chasing external validation, seeking approval from others, or striving for public recognition. However, relying on outside applause can lead to a cycle of short-term satisfaction that rarely brings lasting fulfillment. By shifting focus to internal scorecards, personal values, and self-defined goals, we gain a sense of autonomy and long-term freedom. This approach encourages us to prioritize what truly matters, rather than what's popular or immediately rewarding. Ultimately, valuing our own standards helps build resilience and a deeper sense of purpose. Let's take a closer look at what's often called the owner's operating system. This mindset is all about seeing opportunities where others might see obstacles and making strategic decisions that build wealth over time. People who follow this approach tend to focus on investing, creating value, and leveraging their resources rather than just working for a paycheck. Their habits include continuous learning, networking, and taking calculated risks. It's these patterns that help them grow their assets and, ultimately, get richer as time goes on. Equity is more than just a financial term. It's the key to building lasting wealth. When you own a piece of a business, you're not just earning a paycheck. You're participating in its growth and success. Every dollar you invest becomes a worker, helping you generate returns over time. This approach transforms passive savings into active investments, making your money work harder for you. Understanding the art of equity empowers you to make smarter financial decisions and unlock new opportunities for your future. The stock market is a fascinating system that lets anyone, from seasoned investors to curious beginners, own a piece of some of the world's most successful companies. By buying shares, you become a partial owner, which means you can benefit from the company's growth and profits, even if you're not involved in its day-to-day operations. Essentially, you're putting your money to work alongside the efforts of thousands of employees and leaders. This approach allows people to share in the rewards of innovation and business success, all without having to start their own company. It's a way to participate in the economic adventure simply by investing. In today's digital world, code and media offer incredible opportunities to build income streams that don't rely on anyone's permission. Whether you're launching an app, starting a blog, or producing videos, these tools let you reach a global audience and scale your efforts quickly. Unlike traditional businesses that often require gatekeepers or approvals, online platforms empower individuals to create, share, and monetize their work independently. This freedom means you can experiment, iterate, and grow without waiting for someone else to give you the green light. It's a game changer for anyone looking to turn their skills or creativity into a sustainable source of income. Zero marginal cost leverage is changing the game by enabling people to do more with less. Thanks to digital tools and platforms, individuals can now reach wider audiences, automate tasks, and scale their projects without significant extra expenses. This means that once the initial investment is made, every additional effort or product costs almost nothing, but can generate much greater impact and income. It's a powerful shift that opens up new possibilities for entrepreneurs, creators, and anyone looking to maximize their influence in today's economy. Thinking in systems is a game changer for business owners. Instead of relying on their constant presence, They create processes that keep things running smoothly, even when they're not around. This approach transforms a business from something that demands attention into an asset that generates value independently. By designing clear workflows and automating routine tasks, owners can step back and trust their teams to handle day-to-day operations. Ultimately, this shift allows them to focus on growth and enjoy more freedom, knowing their business is built to last. Automating, documenting, and outsourcing tasks are key strategies for building income streams that can run on their own. By automating repetitive processes, you save time and reduce errors, making your business more efficient. Documenting your methods ensures that anyone can follow your workflow, which is especially helpful when you bring in others to help. Outsourcing allows you to delegate tasks to experts or freelancers, freeing up your schedule and letting you focus on growth. Together, these approaches help create income sources that require less hands-on management, making your financial life a bit more relaxed and sustainable. Many people start their journey by working tirelessly, believing that sheer effort is the key to success. However, there comes a point when shifting focus from personal labor to creating efficient systems becomes essential. These systems, whether automated processes or strategic investments, allow money and resources to work independently. By building what some call armies of dollars, individuals can achieve greater freedom and scalability, moving beyond the limitations of their own time and energy. This transition marks a significant step toward sustainable growth and long-term financial security. Breaking free from the employee trap can feel daunting, especially when financial security is at stake. Many people worry about losing a steady paycheck or benefits if they decide to pursue something new. The key is to plan carefully, setting aside savings and exploring side projects before making any big moves. By gradually building up alternative sources of income, you can reduce the risks and make the transition smoother. It's all about balancing ambition with practical steps to ensure your financial stability isn't compromised. Imagine waking up on a Saturday morning, grabbing your coffee, and dedicating a few hours to projects that could change your financial future. This lesson explores how you can use your weekends to start building side income streams, even if your weekdays are packed. By consistently investing your free time, you can develop skills, test new ideas, and gradually create sources of income that might eventually surpass your main job. The key is to treat these hours like a CEO would, focused, strategic, and always looking for opportunities. Over time, this approach can help you reach escape velocity, breaking free from the limits of a single paycheck. Your current job can be seen as your very first investor, providing the financial stability needed to support your journey toward ownership. By treating your job with respect and gratitude, you ensure a steady income while you build your plans for the future. This approach allows you to fund your transition without unnecessary stress or risk. Maintaining good relationships at work is crucial, as it keeps doors open and preserves your professional reputation. Ultimately, balancing your ambitions with your responsibilities helps you move forward confidently, without burning bridges along the way. There's something undeniably liberating about realizing you have the power to leave your job whenever you choose. This sense of autonomy can boost your confidence and remind you that you're not stuck in any situation. It's about knowing your worth and recognizing that you have options, whether it's pursuing a new opportunity or simply taking a break. For many, this feeling of empowerment can transform their outlook on work, making daily challenges seem less daunting and more manageable. Sometimes, promotions at work can seem like the ultimate reward, but they might not always align with what you truly want. Tempting offers of advancement can actually keep you stuck, especially if they lead you away from your personal goals or values. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement of moving up, but it's important to pause and ask yourself if this new role fits your long-term plans. Staying focused on your own ambitions helps you avoid the promotion trap and ensures that your career moves are genuinely meaningful. Remember, success is about more than just climbing the ladder. It's about finding fulfillment in your own journey. Sometimes, choosing to be an average employee isn't about lacking ambition. It's actually a smart move. By not pouring all your energy into climbing the corporate ladder, you free up time and mental space to focus on your own projects or business ideas. This approach lets you learn from the inside, observe how companies operate, and gather valuable experience without burning out. When you eventually become an owner, you can apply these insights to build something exceptional. using what you've learned as an employee to avoid common pitfalls. In the end, being average at work can be the stepping stone to being outstanding in your own venture. Imagine yourself many years from now sitting in a rocking chair and looking back on your life. What moments would you wish you had seized, and which choices might you regret not making? This simple test helps us realize how often comfort can hold us back from pursuing what truly matters. Choosing freedom over comfort means embracing opportunities, even when they feel uncertain or challenging. Ultimately, it's about making decisions that align with your values, so you can look back with fewer regrets and a sense of fulfillment. Sometimes, the hardest part is realizing that the opportunity for change is right in front of us. The door to the cage is open, and the choice to step out belongs to each of us. It's normal to feel hesitant or uncertain, but remember that freedom starts with a single step. Trust yourself, embrace the possibilities, and take that leap forward. The path ahead is yours to explore.